All right. Um, so what's up, everyone? Going live here on YouTube and on Instagram Live. Um, I got my computer right there, and then my phone right here. Look at that. Hello, me. um, so after started working about 1:30 on the stream and all that good stuff, I'm gonna put this right here so I can see both here. Oh, the screen's messing up. Okay. So been working on the stream for since about 1:30. Uh, First one, it wouldn't pop up. Googled, research, Google, YouTube. Working that for about 2 hours, got nothing. So I decided to try to update my computer. Did that, nothing. And so I tried a new stream, and my computer just running really, really slow. And so about 4 hours, I was like, all right, this is enough. So I just try to get creative. It's as creative as I get. And so I'm sitting here in the house. Um, and I'll be on here for the next 29 minutes. And so I thought, well, why don't we just have an Ask Anything night like we do sometimes on Wednesday nights? So in the chat box on Instagram Live or on YouTube, feel free to ask questions about Christianity, any religions, life, uh, bench pressing, Clay. The last time I bench pressed, I got 185 for one rep. And so I had one of the trainers at the gym help me out because I didn't want to, drop it and land on my neck or anything like that. Um, and so that's how much I bench press. Today, I went and visited a friend, and he himself had a bench there in his garage. And so he had a 155 on there. So I think I got 5 reps with that one. And um, so I'm just at home, just can't go to the gym now, which is very sad and depressing, and all that good stuff. Um, as I was saying, the stream wasn't working. So hopefully, within the next 6 days, I can figure out how to get the stream. So our live edition for yesterday and for today is really good, and so hope whenever we get to do the stream, it's gonna be awesome. I think it's one of our best ones. Yeah, it's an awesome game. So you have that to look forward to for that good stuff. Um, so Mackenzie asked a question on motivation. um, that's a very good question, especially since I spent 4 hours of my life trying to get this to work, and I was not very motivated to do that. I'm not very tech savvy, but the tips that I just kind of do is for me personally when I work is I set like a time limit of all right. I'm gonna spend the next 45 minutes distraction free, and nothing. I'm just gonna push out whatever I can do for the next 45 minutes. I'm gonna take a 15-minute break, and so it's kind of like a little reward for myself um, built in to say, all right, for the next 45 minutes, I'm gonna work as hard as I can to finish as much as I can. When my timer goes off on my phone, I'm gonna stop. I'll take a 15-minute break, eat, get them a walk, talk to my kids or whatnot. So it's kind of like an award for working hard for 45 minutes. That's probably one thing I do. Another thing I do for motivation is listen to this is really corny pump up music just to get myself kind of pumped for whatever I'm going to do. So that's helpful as well. And then probably the last thing that really helps motivate me. Talking about spiritually, like I try to set an alarm for 5 a.m. Every day to get up and have my time with the Lord. And so, what kind of helps me do that is on my alarm on my phone. I have written for the glory of God on my alarm. And so when I see the alarm and it says for the glory of God, waking up early, that's kind of helped me be like, okay, I can either spend the next 30 minutes fighting off my alarm, or I can get up and get ready for my time with the Lord. And so that's really helped me. I mean, uh, I'm not like a motivational speaker or anything like that, but I think that for me personally, setting goals like, all right, I'm 45 minutes. I'm gonna do this, and I'm a 15-minute award for whatever that is. And then the second one was the pump up music. So especially when I wake up at 5 a.m., I go into um, our closet because it's like away from everyone else. And I listen to some really loud music in my headphones so I can wake myself up. And then the last thing that I do is have the thing on my alarm. So that's what some things I do. I mean, everyone's different. Um, so anyway, so I'm using our home computer, so the screen is like very sorry. I'm not very good at holding the laptop and the phone at the same time. So I'm gonna put this right here on my laptop. Just hold it right there. And so that's all that uh, I got there. So anyway, if you have a question about anything, really, just right over there in the interactive chat box. It could be literally about anything. I don't know if you can hear it in the background. It's 6:36, and so they're eating dinner. So that's very always a very dramatic event at our house. And I think we're just kind of loud people, and so that's probably why you hear all the music. Yes, Keely. That closet is very much used in a lot of different things, um, and so it's a big closet. I mean, so we got to use it. Got to use the space. Um, and so that's what I did. So while y'all kind of thinking about questions, again, we're doing an ask anything night. So if you want to ask any questions you want to, you can do that um, for the next 23 minutes. Um, so while we're kind of thinking about that, I'm just going to kind of share what I've kind of been learning in my own time with the Lord. And then when I see a question pop up on the side here, I'll kind of just attack that question the best I can. So right now I'm reading the book of Romans. I just finished chapter 3 this morning about 5:15, and if you never read the book of Romans, it's like a very intense version of Ephesians. Sorry, it's very full of theology. Like chapters 1 through 11 are all about theology, and then 12 through 16 are all about application. So really, it's a very longer version of Ephesians. Of what it is. So chapters 1 and 2 and 3, the first part of chapter 3 is all about how much Jews and Gentiles in a non-spiritual word suck. All right, in the sense of we can't do anything good for God. We're very far from God, and everyone is sinful. Everyone is hopeless, and everyone is doomed on our own. And then in Romans chapter 3, verse 21, some of the famous words of the Bible says, "But God." And so at the end of chapter 3, after Paul builds his entire argument how every single human being, whether Jew or Gentile, man or woman, are sinners and will spend eternity separated from God, Paul writes, "But God has made a way through Jesus." And so, really, just as I've just kind of read over the past, I guess, 3 days now, I read chapter a day. God is kind of really showing me again that I am a sinner and that I am nothing without Him. And then it goes on to talk about how God's made a way through Jesus to um, allow us to have a relationship with Him through His Son Jesus and His death, burial, and resurrection. Death, burial, and resurrection, which happened around 2000, or not 2000, sorry, around 33ish AD. So that is that. So that's kind of what I've been learning in my own quiet time. Just kind of a reminder about how much of a sinner I am, how much I don't deserve God's grace and God's mercy and salvation. But through Jesus, He's made that possible to Jews and to Gentiles, women, men of all nations. So that's kind of what I've been learning for myself personally. So again, as we're kind of talking through here, we're having a session of Ask Anything. So you can literally ask any question you want to ask here on Instagram Live or on YouTube Live. And so you can just ask it you can chat on Instagram Live and you can chat on YouTube Live. You can literally ask any question that you want to ask, and I will probably answer it. And so I'm going to be on here for the next 20 minutes. So that's that. So as you're kind of thinking about a question to ask, go ahead and just whenever you have a question, is ask it on the right or the bottom of the Instagram live. So Sarah asked, What's your favorite Bible verse at the moment?" Um, Probably one of my favorite Bible verses of all time is Galatians 2:20, which says, so this is paraphrased, "I have been crucified with Christ. It is no longer I who live, but Christ who lives through me," which is very paraphrased. When I miss an entire part of that verse. But it's talking about how my identity is not in my gifts or my talents or my strengths or my weaknesses or my sins or anything about me, but my identity is in Christ. So that's just been like a verse that I've really just clung on to probably since my senior year in high school. So 2009. So like 11 years ago. So that's a verse that has really hung on to like the last 11 years of my life. That's really just always just kind of been a good staple for me, a good reminder that, it's not about anything that I do. It's all about my identity in Christ. So that was a good question, Sarah. What's your favorite verse, Sarah? Anyone else in the chat that would want to write your favorite verse? You can just write it up in the chat, and that'd be awesome. So if anyone has any other question, just go ahead and type it at any time. It can literally be about anything. Jesus, the Bible, heaven, hell, Jews, Muslims, Buddhist, life in general, school. And believe it or not, I went to school for like 20 years of my life, and so I want to say I'm a professional of school, but I've done my time, and so that's that. Alex Moss, what have you been doing to keep busy? So for me, I'm still going into work Monday through Thursday. And so what I kind of do throughout the week um, is generally on Mondays, I kind of get everything ready for Wednesday night. And so I'll write out a script, or not a script, like more of an outline for Jonathan and I for our student live stuff. And so I kind of sort of research and look up games and really just pray about what verses and topics to talk about, and then I'll put it on this big sheet, and then I'll send an email to Jonathan, and we'll record that generally on Wednesday afternoon, because he works from 3 to midnight, I believe is when he works, so he's not able to do it live, and so we usually record that on Wednesdays. And Tuesdays, we have staff meeting, which usually lasts about an hour and a half, depending on what we're talking about. And so right now we're talking about ways to the best way to open up when the governor lets us meet together again. So we've really been praying and strategizing how are we gonna keep everything sanitized, how are we gonna make people feel welcome, how are we gonna what's the best way that we can do this and make people feel safe and welcome to come. So we've spent a lot of time about that, and also about future planning, talking about vacation Bible school, camp, Sunday school. So just really every kind of topic that you can think about regarding quote unquote church activities, we've been talking about them a lot. And so we do that on Tuesday, and then we record our devotion times. So if you don't have a Facebook, our church Facebook page puts out a daily devotion Monday through Friday from one of the staff, and so that's me, Mark, Barrick, Cliff, and well, not Carrie now. Carrie had her baby, and so that's what I've kind of been doing at work. And then Thursdays, like today, and getting ready for tomorrow nights, is family trivia night and family survivor night. So that's gonna be awesome. So your parents should have gotten an email about that. And so please make plans to join us at 8 o'clock tomorrow night. Pizza party on the line. I know the Elmores won it last time, so it's up for grabs again tomorrow. So that's what I do at work. Just getting things stuff ready. And then at home, we've been going on. Whoops, we've been going on walks. So we usually walk for about an hour and a half when I get home from work. So that takes a while. And then we eat, and then the kids. We have a kid routine. Um, we watch a show, we get them ready for bed, brush their teeth, put them in the bed, and all that good stuff. And then afterwards, I either play Call of Duty, or Ashley and I will watch what are we watching right now? We're watching Blue Bloods, and we're watching Bull, and we started watching all the Avenger movies. Uh, but we just finished the second one. I guess I don't know if there's like a correct order, but we're kind of watching it chronological. And so um, we watched Captain Marvel. I think is what it is. The girl was the last one we watched. Was the second one. So we done two of those. And we also watch Boy Meets World. So it's kind of whatever kind of what we watch. And so and then when I don't work, and so Fridays are my day off, and Saturdays we just hang out. Fridays are our shopping day, so we'll go um, to Sam's and to Trader Joe's and other places to get food for the next week. So then we just hang out and watch movies. That's what we do. So that's a very long answer for a very simple question. Um, but anyway, so Sarah Moss wants to know which family is going to get it voted off first. I'm probably going to go with the Elmores because they won last time. So I think people are going to have some little have some beef with them because they won last time. So that's probably my guess, but who knows what's going to happen. So we got to show up tomorrow for the um, game night tomorrow night. It's gonna be awesome. There's gonna be 30 questions and lots of good questions this time. Last time I had good questions as well, but there's some really good questions, some tricky questions, questions about animals, questions about sports, about movies, about just about everything under the sun. And so that could have been a hint for something. But anyway, that's what that is. So just kind of as we're continuing on here with our Ask Anything edition of Students Live, we still have 13 minutes of live time. And so we're just doing just joining us, we're just doing Ask Anything. And so if you're on Instagram Live or if you're on YouTube Live, you can ask any question you want to about anything, the Bible, Jesus, religion, my life, your life, whatever kind of question you want to ask it. And it's over in the box. And so Kenzie wrote, what's your favorite movie? So probably my favorite kids movie would be Space Jam with Bugs Bunny and Michael Jordan. That's just a classic. Probably my favorite adult movie would be that's a tough one. I'm a huge fan of the Hunger Games. I like the Hunger Games a lot. Um, that's probably that's probably my favorite right now is the Hunger Games. I don't know why I do. I just like it. We saw all of them in the theaters. Um, so that's a good one. I have lots of other ones like I can't think of any movies right now. Miracle, um, Radio, probably a lot of sports movies. I did like Captain America, the first one. I'm not sure what it's called, but I know it's Captain America. I'm sure Riley would know which one it is. Whatever the first one, where the dude's really small and he puts all the steroids in him and then he gets jacked. And so I like that one. That was pretty good. Um, but what about y'all? What's y'all's favorite movie? You can write it in the chat on Instagram Live or on YouTube Live. Um, that's kind of the answer to that question. Riley, yeah, Riley would know anything and everything about the Avengers. I'm not even sure they're making. I thought that since they made the end game, like had the word "end" in it, so I thought it'd be over, but I guess it's not over. So I'm not even sure how many there are. I know there's a list that you can watch chronologically. So if you're just joining us, we're just doing an Ask Anything tonight since I couldn't get the encoder to work to broadcast our video and all that good stuff. So if you have a question, just ask any question in the Instagram Live or in the YouTube Live, and we'll answer that. Yes, Captain America: The First Avenger. That sounds about right. We watched that on Netflix, not Netflix, Disney Plus. A League of Their Own. I have never seen A League of Their Own. Is that the one about the? Is that women's baseball or is that A League of Their Own? Not sure what that one is. I think that's one about women in baseball. Maybe I don't know. Parent Trap, the original one. That's a good one. Classic. I don't think I ever watched any classic movies. until I married Ashley. Ashley is a big fan of old movies, and like I Love Lucy and Andy Griffith Show and all that good stuff. Yes, women's baseball. So I've not seen that one. I'll have to watch that one. Is that a Disney movie? Just in, is that Disney Plus and Netflix? Or is that one of those things or Amazon Prime? Um, I have not seen Honey I Shrunk the Kids. I've seen Honey I Shrunk Ourselves when they get little. Um, Major League, that's a good one. Major League, and there's another baseball one that what is it? What the kid is like the owner or the manager of some team. His grandpa dies. He was the manager. Then he gave the twins to the team to him. I can't remember what that one's called. That was a good one as well. I'm also a big fan of golf movies, and so The Greatest Game Ever Played with Shia LaBeouf. That's a good one. And also Happy Gilmore. And Mitch Wilmer is also a very good classic baseball movie. Um, and so we got a few minutes left here. So if you have a question that you would like to ask, uh, we have a text in question from Griff Brumley. He asked if we watch Mickey Mouse. We watch Mickey Mouse every day. Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. We watch one episode, and so I have some new songs stuck in my head from Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. The hot dog song at the end. That's a good song. Happy Gilmore, great movie. It's probably one of the first golf movies I saw with Adam Sandler, and I'm a big fan of Adam Sandler. But so that's good. And so we have about 8 minutes left of our time together. So if you have a question, anything about life, you can ask that. Ask it about religion, Jesus, whatever you want to ask. We'll do that. So yes, Mickey Mouse Clubhouse is a new favorite in our house. I always want to watch that. That and Toy Story. Toy Story 4 and 3 is what we kind of been watching. So we do watch a lot of Toy Story and all that. So that's been fun. So my question for the people in the chats, Instagram and YouTube is what TV shows are you watching right now? And then if you could, what book of the Bible are you reading through right now? So those two questions. So what TV shows are you watching right now, and what are you reading right now in your Bible in the chats? And then another texting question: if I was an animal, what would I be and why? Probably be a bald eagle. Because I mean they're just super awesome and they can fly and they're fast and they represent America. And so probably a bald eagle. Because I've always been a big fan of eagles, and so probably an eagle would be my bald eagle, the white head. That's really awesome. Um, so that's probably what I would choose if I were an animal. Um, so anyway, the question that I asked the people are, what TV shows are you watching, and what are you reading right now in your Bible? And so you can type those out. And if you're not reading anything right now, I'm reading through the book of Romans. So if you want to join me with that, you're more than welcome. I'll be reading Matthew chapter 4 tomorrow, probably around 5:05 in the morning. So this is what we got here. We got some Criminal Minds. Yes, Criminal Minds is good. As a little freak out. There's one time I woke up in the middle of the night because I couldn't get to sleep, so I turned it on, and I got really freaked out. I can't remember the episode, and I was just really freaked out, so I stopped watching it because I thought they're coming to kill me. Matthew's good. Matthew is writing to the Jewish people, and so he's going to have a more perspective of writing towards more of a Jewish audience. So make sure you keep that in mind as you're reading through that. Matthew as well for Sarah. Good. Matthew is my favorite gospel. to read. I just love the way that it's written. And I'm not Jewish or anything, but I've always just appreciated Matthew. When I was in college, I went to my college pastor. I said, "Hey, I want you to teach me the Bible." And so every Wednesday from like 4 to 5, we would walk through the book of Matthew. So we walked through every verse in Matthew through one semester, and I really just enjoyed Matthew. Um, this is very good. Live PD, Keith, I've never seen that one before. Is it good? Is it better than Blue Bloods? Or is that based off a real? Like, is it based off of real TV shows or real cops? And First Peter is really, really good. I can't remember the last time I read First Peter, but anything that Peter writes obviously is good. 2 books there. Real, okay. So yeah, I might check out Live PD. We love police shows. I think we watched Blue Bloods, um, Hawaii 5 is what we're watching that as well. So that's good. And then let's see, Community. I don't even know what Community is. So give us a lowdown on what Community is. I haven't seen it. Is it like The Office? If it's like The Office, I'll definitely watch it. Romans is good. Very, very deep theological. Very at times very tough to understand. So that's good. Comedy. Okay, Alex, I like it. I like comedies. Um, I have never watched Parks and Rec, and so I think I've watched maybe like half an episode, and I was watching The Office while I was watching. It. I was like, I'm not going to watch this because The Office is the goat. Let's see, where's it going down here? Yes, Hawaii 5 is awesome. We really enjoying Hawaii 5. Community college, okay. So community college comedy show. I might check that one out. Is it appropriate? Would you watch Community in a church building, Alex? Let's wait for your answer. See what he says. So as we're kind of wrapping up here, we have 2 more minutes, and so since I was not able to get our encoder to work, we kind of doing an Ask Anything kind of segment here on Instagram Live and on the YouTube Live. And so if you have a question about anything, you just put it here in the chat, either on Instagram or YouTube, and we'll get it answered with the next 2 minutes. Okay, so that I'll have to watch it on my day off. Just kidding. My shirt. So my shirt says, "The gospel is global," and it's at the bottom. It says, "Every nation, every tribe, every tongue," and then servant life. And so I was watching a sermon, and the speaker had this shirt on, and so like I love that shirt. So I had to go find it, and so I found it at this place called Servant Life. They have a lot of cool T-shirts and I think sweatshirts as well. The only problem was they ran out of larges, so I got a medium, and um, it's all right. I like it a lot. It's really soft. I love the soft shirts and all that good stuff, and so that's why I wear it a lot. It's just a good, awesome shirt. So we're about to, as a closeout question for you guys is, what did you eat for dinner, or what are you going to eat for dinner? Ashley made some kind of Instapot chicken of some sort, maybe Hawaiian chicken. And so Ashley actually flew out of Little Rock to go to Hawaii and flew back all today so that she can make this chicken. So it's gonna be awesome. McDonald's, solid choice. I had some Shipley's donuts this morning and passed McDonald's. I was like, oh, I want some. I love their McGriddles. McGriddles are good. BLT, also really good. I just eat a BL. I don't like tomatoes, so I just have the BL sandwiches because that's just how I roll. Keely's eating nothing. She's fasting. She's in the middle of a 40-day fast to have a close relationship with the Lord. So she's just gonna do that. So our time here is wrapped up 7 o'clock. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna eat, and then we're gonna put the kids down, and then we'll probably watch something, maybe play Call of Duty. Don't know. Uh, so we'll talk to y'all. Tomatoes are gross. Ketchup's good. Uh, Purple ketchup's really good. Green ketchup's really good. Red ketchup's really good. But anyway, we'll talk to y'all later. We'll see y'all tomorrow at 11:30 on Instagram Live for Ephesians chapter 4, verse 31. But y'all have a great day. Thanks for joining us.